Good morning, and what a triumphant start to the morning it really is. I've had a couple of tramalama ding dongs for breakfast today, just so I could stop feeling the pain in my back, and I've had a couple of tramadols and now I can't feel anything at all. I just feel like a bit of fluff, and I'm currently out walking along the southern hemisphere, pushing through the aquatic border into the southern peninsula until we reach the town of Nana's Puss. Well, I think that's me potentially coming towards the end of this temporarily disability. I can't talk today because I've had a couple of disco biscuits for breakfast and I feel absolutely wonderful at the moment, but what I'm trying to say is that having this back problem has been a reminder that I probably do need to do some upper body activity, because all I ever do is lower body stuff, cycling, skateboarding, running. I mean, there's a bit of upper body in skateboarding, but it is all majoritively fucking lower body. Let's get through this, come on. And I need to do something about that, because I shouldn't, at the age of 32, I shouldn't be getting back problems doing simple taskings like shagging or taking the bins out and then shagging the chicken carcass. I shouldn't be getting back problems from doing stuff like that. So what I'm saying is, when I'm out and about doing my normal activities, I need to start throwing in a few press-ups or whatever, just trying to build up those muscles, and maybe they won't get injured so quickly again. Well, it's actually tomorrow now. I'm taking a bit of a Quentin Tarantino approach to this episode, trying to keep the content absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I think I nearly got knocked out by the dog yesterday. I've had this kind of similar situation where I feel like I've been on the cusp of being knocked out, and you can kind of feel your brain shake inside its case, and that's exactly what I had yesterday. And yeah, I don't like, it's obviously not the dog's fault. She thought we were playing, and we think she's got like some sort of learning difficulties, dog syndrome or portism. That's quite good actually. Okay, let's have a quick look at what we've got for today's morning slop. So I've gone for strawberry jam, peanut butter, 2 Lidl's like fake Richmond sausages, bacon, hash browns in a white wrap. I'll quickly try and replicate the girth for you. That's not bad, to be fair, for a breakfast wrap. I think putting the hash browns in it has sort of packed it out a bit. The last one I did was like, I don't know, it felt like something off the McDonald's Savers menu, but this has got a bit of weight to it. Alright, let's see whether it's any good. Phil. That was pretty much perfect. The only thing I'd change is the onion in the hash brown. That's the only thing that throws you off a little bit. It's still nice, but I feel like maybe swapping the hash brown for some like skin on fries or something, and I feel like that'd be perfect. I'm really into this whole sweet and savoury at the moment. It all started off with when you go to get one of those gourmet burgers and it's got like sweet chili jam or something, and I'm just experimenting and taking it to the next level. And that, I'm gonna change the hash brown to fries, and one day in about 100 years or something, when I finally open my own pub or restaurant, that's going to be on the menu, because that's worthy of it. Not leaving that bad boy behind. San Celestino. Try and get a litre in every morning just to hydrate the muscles, wet the brain, and I don't know, when I was waking up and just smashing a can of Monster for breakfast, you find yourself doing luminous pisses for the rest of the day, and I don't reckon that's very good for you. Well, it's time for us to talk about skateboards again for a bit, because that's what I want to do. I think I've showed you this actually, but this is a 80s shape skateboard, and I bought it on Vinted to flip and make a bit of money, but I couldn't resist having a little skate on it, and when I did, I absolutely fell in love with it and decided to keep it and sell some of my other skateboarding accessories to get that money back. And since I got this, I started watching loads of like old school skate videos as well, and they're all kind of riding like bigger wheels, so I've just swapped the wheels out on it as well. Got these wheels off Vinted, and they're 60mm, which is pretty massive, and 95A, which is kind of hard as well. And I'm going to stop talking about back problems, but when I first got the back problem, like a few days into it, it started easing off, and I was feeling pretty good, and I was like, I'm going to go for a skate. The weather was perfect. I come down here, I had these new wheels, so I was excited about that. I put them on, I started flying around the park, and it was all good. And then I come down here, come over this little bump, and I tried to do like a little air up this quarter here and then down the back of the big one, and I come up here so fast my board just flew out and I landed on my back on top of here, and then I like sort of rolled off on all fours down into the grass area over there. There's probably CCTV of it somewhere. That'd be great to be able to get hold of that, because it'd be quite a good watch. And yeah, it made my back probably 10 times worse than it was. I had like shooting pains all up my arms and neck and stuff like that. So but we're going to try and skate these wheels again now. So yeah, the prolonged back problem was no one's fault but my own. I should have definitely given it a few more days to rest before deciding to go skateboarding. But obviously I wasn't expecting to fall over and do the damage that I did. But I'm going to stop talking about it now. It's getting boring talking about back problems. I'm going to put some of this toothpaste on it, and then that is it. We're not going to mention it again. I'm going to be taking it quite easy on the skateboard today, because obviously I've got a really bad back problem. I'm just going to spend probably a half hour just kind of cruising around, getting used to these wheels. And obviously I don't want to injure myself, because I don't know if I've mentioned it yet, but I've actually got quite a bad back problem at the moment. My back. Well, that's me nicely warmed up, and I feel quite good actually. I don't know if I've mentioned it, but I've actually got a bit of a back problem at the moment, and but it's not going to stop me from taking on a challenge. And obviously we've got the old school skateboard set up, so we're going to try a bit of an old school trick. I'm going to attempt to get a nice clean boneless on this bank right here. First try. Well, obviously that was amazing, and I mean, how I've not been sponsored yet is beyond me. But it would have been bigger and it would have been better if I didn't have what could only be described as a back problem. I'm just driving out in the sticks at the moment, trying to find some old man's house where apparently I can get noshed off. Nah, it's this old bloke who's like a friend of a friend, and apparently he's retired, but he still does a bit of welding, and my van's failed the MOT on loads of stuff, and one of the things welding, which personally I don't think really needs doing, it's like a little speckle of rust. But hopefully this bloke can sort that out on the cheap, and then I'm going to take it for its MOT afterwards, free retest, so I'm hoping it passes, and then I'll have the van back. I don't even know if I should be driving it at the moment, but I've got to do it, I've got to get it fixed. And hopefully that'll be the end of like the problems. It seems, they say bad things come in threes, but for me it seems to come in like clumps of like 10. I've had so much stuff go on at once, and I'm hoping my van passes its MOT today. I don't know if I've mentioned it, but I've got a bit of a back problem as well, and that seems to be clearing up, so I think I've got through this life hurdle and onwards and upwards. Right, I think I might be here now. Well, what an absolute legend that bloke was. He must have been well into his 70s, still grafting. I was trying to sort of help, but I think he just wanted me to go away and leave him alone, to be honest with you. And at the end of it, I was like, how much do I owe you? And he's like, I don't know, like 30 quid or something. So obviously I'll give him 50 because I'm nice like that. And yeah, it's good to keep people on your side, isn't it? So if ever I need some more cheap welding done, which I probably will do with this old beast. Yeah, nice bloke, just blowing up my tyres, getting ready for the MOT now. Normally I'd do this with my mouth, but since we're at the petrol station, we might as well use the facilities. Well, I've just arrived at the MOT place in Colchester. This is where I have to take the van to get done because it's classed as I don't know, like a big van or something. So you have to take it to a certain place, and this is the closest place I think that does it. And they can't do it till 1:45 the hour. I don't know what the time is now. I don't know why you need to know this, but I've got another 15 minutes, so I'm going to quickly eat some lunch. I've been craving a pasty. I'm always craving pasties. I grew up down in Plymouth, and like I just absolutely love pasties, and moving away is like, it's not often you find a good pasty. And weirdly enough, the sort of best kind of local ones seem to be the M&S garage do like a reasonable pasty. I mean, it's shit in comparison to some of the ones you'll get down in like Plymouth and Cornwall, but it is pretty edible. But before we do that, I'm gonna celebrate this MOT pass. I'm gonna risk it and celebrate early victory by having a 0.5 hazy IPA from Lucky Saint. And I think I've had this before, and I think it's pretty good as far as non-alcoholic beverages go. Open the lips and sniff. Smells fruity. It smells really fruity, actually. It smells lovely. Yeah, it's that smell sort of reminds me of like the start of, I'm about to get absolutely hammered, but obviously I'm not off of this, but that smell brings back some fantastic memories. Anyway, Phil. Wow. I'd say that's probably the best 0%, 0.5, whatever IPA. Either that or the St Austell Proper Job. They're both pretty good as far as non-alcoholic IPAs go. I think it'd go down very well with a Cornish pasty, so that's what we're going to have, and I'm going to eat it in the traditional way. If you don't know, I've got dirty fingernails as well, so it's a good time to do it. Pasties were invented like this, with a big thing to hold, and they used to, like the ladies used to drop them down into the mine for the blokes to eat, and obviously they'd have coal and shit all over their fingers and that, so they don't want to be eating that, so that's why they've got the crust on them, so you could eat them like that. And I think also it used to be in half as well. There'd be almost like a half of it would be your meat, your veg and stuff, and then the other half would have been something a bit sweet like an apple pie and that. But this is obviously just, I don't know, let's find out. That is good. It is good. But you know what? For a petrol station pasty, it's better. It's better than a Ginster's. Not that says a lot. Ginster's pasties aren't good. Unless you put them in the oven and slow cook them for a bit and have loads of black pepper with them and ketchup, then they're pretty good. But you shouldn't have to do all that. You should be able to just get a pasty and eat it straight away, and it tastes pretty good. And this is not far off that. And to accompany that pasty, we've got Marmite flavoured crisps. These are the best crisps I can find at the moment. I feel like crisps over the last 10 years have just got, you know, the less and less flavour. Obviously they're trying to make them healthy, but these are like old school crisps. Look at that first one. I'm very happy with my lunch decision today. Cornish pasty, Marmite crisps, IPA, proper man lunch. Luckily the MOT place is right next to Colchester Skate Park, so I'm going to go and have a little cruise around there while I wait for the van to pass. Moment of truth. I'm a bit nervous, to be fair. I kind of might have celebrated a bit too soon. Well, celebrations are definitely in order. The Filmabill's only gone and passed its MOT, so should be alive for at least another year, I reckon. It's got loads of advisories. It needs 2 new Tobey Maguires on the back, and it's got a couple of Susan Boyle leaks as well, but worry about them next year when the MOT comes round. I think a little celebration scream is in order. I reckon I can go higher than that. Where am I going? Oh, I'm going the wrong fucking way now. See what we got. Oh, farting always cheers me up. Listen to this, listen to this. Oh. Well, I hope you have a good day. Life is good. Even if it's not that good for a bit, just, I don't know, you have a wank or something.